Hi, okay, we have here a bottle of wine that is over 150 years old, and it had a lead capsule. So I've removed that because it was falling off, and I want to decant it, or I want to hopefully take the cork out. So normally, for an old bottle, I would use this. Now, you could see up close that it has a wide worm up close. It has a wide worm here. And it also has a long worm. And those are good for pulling out old French corks and old corks. Plus, it's a rack and pinion corkscrew that you can crank the cork out slowly, so you avoid the separation of the cork at the bottom from old bottles and old corks. And the brush on the top is to brush this sediment. You can see here, this has a lot of sediment. And the cork is just even eaten away. And in case it falls down into the bottle, we have a cork grabber, which is, I believe, a homemade affair, but I've had it for, I don't know, years, but it's works like this. You put it in, and it opens up, and then you bring the rubber down and you pull the cork out. It's very effective, but you can use almost anything. I've even used a silk scarf, so and it works. So, but here is what we're going to use on this. This is a double helix corkscrew. It has two helix, so it'll grab the cork on the outside and grab it in two places to hopefully pull it out. And now we're going to start. You can see how damaged that cork is, and we're going to try not to push the cork down. We're going to grab it. Now, ow! Wow, so that's the way a double helix corkscrew should be, sharp. Okay, so we're going to turn it. Oh, the cork's dropping down already. It's dropping down into the bottle. So I'm going to push to the side, and it's destroying, and the cork dropped. Boy. Okay, so here comes the cork grabber. There are variations of this on sale, I think. Connoisseurs magazine has sales as a cork grabber, but this is a small bottle, so a 375. So hopefully we can get in there and get it. No. Boy, very earthy smells are coming up. So I can't hook it. So I'm going to try and grab the side of it. There's so much sediment. I've got it. I've got it. But there's so much sediment you can't even see through it. Sediment on the side of the bottle. Okay, I've got it. Here it comes. Okay. So what do we do now? Boy, what earthy smells are... Oh, we dropped it. Well, be persistent. Don't want to shake it too much to shake the sediment, which we probably have already shook it up too much already. That's the reason why you need a corkscrew like this, to avoid having the cork drop down. And the double helix. So I'm trying to snare the cork at this point. I got it. Ah. This particular bottle I acquired about 30 years ago, and it was, the previous owner was in their family for 100 years. It's a pretty old bottle. Maybe it's not any good anymore. Plus it had that lead capsule, which leads me to believe it's over 150 years old. And, well, this is all mixed up, so it's not going to be drinkable tonight, probably ever, because it's open and it's going to oxidize quickly if it's drinkable at all. And I do want to show you, I'll put my finger on the top and show you the Pontil, how deep it is. Can we get a little light on this? Yeah, that's pretty deep. So this is, looks like it was machine blown. It's got bubbles and striated lines through it horizontally. And a Pontil, it's deep. And there's some of the wine on my finger. So, no, it doesn't smell good. Anyway, we'll try one more attempt to get that cork out. Got it? Okay. Got it. Wow. Boy, this is, look at that. Smart tree. Boy, and that is hard and firm. Boy, it doesn't smell good. But that, you never can tell. In fact, you should never smell a cork. You can never tell by smelling a cork, only by squeezing it, if the wine is good or not. And this is not a good cork. It's really hard, it's dried out, It's old, it's brittle, but it stayed together after all these years. Probably 150, 175 years. So we're going to pour some of this wine into a glass. I'll be right back. Of course, we've got a glass right here. Oh boy, this is black. And look at that sediment. Boy, that's the worst looking bottle of wine I've ever seen. It's been stored at 60 degrees for the past 30, 40 years since that I've had it. And before that, I don't know, but it's a long time for any good wine. This looks like a French Bordeaux or a French wine of some sort. And I don't know the provenance. And let's see. Thank you for paying attention to listen to this, and I hope you learned something from it.